Before we start, please watch my previous video. The link will be in the description.
Amy Schneider returned for her 9th game on Jeopardy. She won an 8-day total of $295,200. As explained in the previous video, Ken Jennings' introduction was, having been a Jeopardy fan since I was a kid, there's nothing I like to see more out here than a great player hitting their stride. And that's certainly the case for our returning champion, Amy Schneider. In her 8 games, all but one has been a runaway. All but one she's had her correct final Jeopardy response. And earned almost $300,000. That puts her in the top 10 for all-time Jeopardy regular season winnings. She's good. She's very, very good. But as I know better than anyone, there's always a giant killer waiting in the wings. Now would be a good time to mention, she's the most successful player since Matt Amodio, who also played earlier this season. In fact, he was the first one to lose in season 38, and a giant killer. Jonathan Fisher was Matt Modio's giant killer, and it could have also been noted that Amy Schneider was giant killer herself, defeating 5-day champion Anne Rahee. In the mini anecdotal interviews, Ken asked Nishant Iyengar, "Now, I know the Korean alphabet because I grew up in Korea. What's your excuse for knowing the Korean phonetics?" "I had no idea Ken grew up in Korea." "Annyeonghaseyo, Ken." Nishant answers, "Yeah, so like a lot of people, I got into streaming a lot of new shows during the pandemic. So I got into Korean dramas quite avidly. I got so into them, but I taught myself the Korean alphabet for fun." Ken asks, "Has it ever come up? Have you used it?" Nishant answers, "No, I just read the signs in the dramas when they show up, for fun." Ken laughs as Nishant answers, then tells him, "You don't know what they mean, but you know what they say." Nishant tells him, "No clue what I'm reading, but I know how to say it." Meanwhile, Amy's anecdote was even more surprising. Amy Schneider from Oakland, California. "Tell me about your 8th grade superlative." Amy explains, yes, I was named by my 8th grade class the most likely to appear on Jeopardy." "Well, look at her now." Ken asks, "How do they know? What are the early signs?" Amy answers, I got questions right on the tests, I guess. Corpus Christi class of 93, you nailed it, yeah. Ken ends by telling her, "Finally validated it after all these years. I seriously wonder what her 8th grade class would think of her now." Andrea ended the first round winning $4,200. Meanwhile, Amy was in the lead at $12,400 and Nishant was at $800. Amy and Andrea's scores are reversed except for the one. Amy got all 3 daily doubles. The daily double in the first round was a true daily double. Wait, is this Amy's first true daily double? Anyway, it was a gimme and that took her to $4,400. She found the daily double almost immediately at the start of Double Jeopardy. She bet $4,000 and that brought her to $18,000. When she got the third, Ken mentioned, "You found a boat, Amy." "No, Ken, she found all 3. She risked $4,000. "It worked out for you last time," Ken tells her. She unfortunately answered wrong and went down to $15,200. Andrea ended Double Jeopardy winning $5,800. She and Nishant were rather close in their scores. Another big lead for our returning champion Amy, $30,000 even going into final. The final Jeopardy category was 19th century literature. The question was, the first line says, "The good people of Paris were awakened by a grand peal from all bells in the 3 districts of the city." I'm trying to think of novels that take place in... Wait, it didn't even say if it was a novel or a poem or a play or whatever. It just says its first line. That broadens it even further. I mean, since it's literature, you can assume it's a novel. I'm just guessing it's not Les Miserables. The answer was The Hunchback of Notre Dame. That's correct. Quasimodo is the bell ringer at Notre Dame Cathedral. Oh, the bells in the 3 districts of the city. Another literature question I overthought. First Harper Lee, now Hunchback of Notre Dame. Nishant and Amy answer correctly. Sometimes she adds a lot. Ken reminds us as Amy was revealed to have risked $17,000. That brought her final score to $47,000 even. She's now at a 9-day total of $342,200. That's some serious money. That's starting to be real Jeopardy money, Amy. The Jeopardy YouTube channel posted Overheard on Set, a big final Jeopardy wager. Ken points out her larger winnings. I feel like as time goes on, it crept up from 5 to 10, now it's 15. I mean, it's good, as James Holzhauer would say. You gotta put your money out on the table. Amy tells him, "Maybe if I missed the first 1 or 2, I would have gotten spooked and not done it. But I had some success." I was like, "Yeah, I like money." The video ends in all of them laughing. Amy will be at 10 wins tomorrow night. And as always, thank you for watching.